This is a scene where all the men leave to go to the cat house and leave the weak ones behind. I'm playing Lenny.
I'm playing Crooks.
I'm playing Candy.
I'm the narrator.
All of the men went into town to the cat house. They leave the weak ones back at the farm. Lenny has wandered into Crooks's room and is talking with Crooks. Crooks and Lenny hear someone in the barn. Crooks painfully gets up from his bed and moves toward the door.
Is that you, Slim?
Slim went into town. Say, have you seen Lenny?
You mean the big guy?
Yeah, seen him around any place?
He's in here.
Candy starts to enter but stops in the doorway, scratching his bald wrist and looking blindly into the room.
Tell you what, Lenny, I've been figuring out about them rabbits.
Crooks irritably says,
You can come in if you want.
Candy seemed embarrassed.
I don't know, of course if you want me to.
Well, come on in. If everyone coming in, you might just as well.
It was difficult for Crooks to cover up his pleasure with anger. Candy came in but was still embarrassed.
You got a nice little cozy place in here. Must be nice to have a room all by yourself.
Sure, a manure pile under the window. It's swell.
Lenny broke in.
You said about them rabbits?
Candy leaned against the wall beside the broken collar while he scratched the wrist stump.
I've been here a long time and Kurt's been here a long time. This is the first time I've ever been in this room.
Crooks said darkly.
I've been in here long. Guys don't come in a colored man's room very much. Nobody been in here but Slim. Slim and the boss.
He quickly changed the subject.
Slim's about as good of a swamper as I've ever seen.
Lenny leaned toward the old swamper.
About them rabbits?
Insisted. Candy smiled.
I got figured out. We can make some money off those rabbits if we go about it right.
Lenny broke in.
But I get to tend them. George said I get to tend them. He promised.
Crooks interrupted brutally.
You guys is kidding yourself. You talk about it a hell of a lot. But you won't get no land. You'll get a swamper here till they take you out in a box. Hell, I've seen too many guys. Lenny here quite and be on the road in 3 weeks. Seems like every guy got land in his head.
He rubs his cheek angrily.
You gosh darn we're gonna do it. We got the money right now. George says we do.
Yeah. Right now, in town, in a cat house, that's where your money's going. Jesus, I've seen it happen too many times. I've seen too many guys with land in their head. They never get none under their hand.
Candy cried.
Sure, they all want it. Everybody wants a little bit of land. Not much, just something that was his. Something he could call his own. And there couldn't nobody throw him off of it. I never had none. I planted crops for almost darn everybody in this state. But they weren't my crops. When I harvested them, it wasn't none of my harvest. But we gotta do it now. Don't make no mistake about that. George ain't got the money in town. That money's in the bank. Me and Lenny and George, we gotta have a room to ourselves. We're gonna have a dog, a rabbit, and some chickens. We're gonna have corn and maybe a cow or a goat.
He stopped, overwhelmed with his picture.
You say you got the money?
Darn right, we got most of it. Just a little bit more to get it. Have all the money. George got the land all picked out too.
He reached around and explored his spine with his hand.
I never seen a guy really do it. I seen guys nearly crazy with loneliness for land. But every time a cat house or blackjack game took what it takes.
Hesitated.
If you will want a hand to work for nothing, just his keep, why, I'd come and lend a hand. I ain't so crippled I can't work like a son of a gun if I want to.